Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today it's going to be one thing I wish I knew when I started investing. And the topic for today on that is start with what you know. Alright, let's get into the first slide. So before I get into that, I want to do a quick story time. This is a story time on me as a new investor. So when I just started investing, like my first few days or weeks of investing, at that time, my mentality was to only only buy low, sell high. Just buy low, sell high, and look at the stock charts and financial statements. So what I would do is I would go onto Google, or maybe I would just look at the newspaper and look at stock charts, see which which stocks have had hit a high, and then they just tank like crazy. And then I would look at the financial statements. So when I would find a stock that it seemed cheap and it was so-called dipping, and the financial statements look good to me, well, they weren't actually good at the time, but to me at the time they look good, then I would consider buying that. And that's pretty much what I started with. I knew nothing else. That was it. So at that time, I totally ignored the company itself. So when I say the company itself, I mean things like the company's products, the customers of the company's competition, the CEO. Like I paid no attention to that. Like for example, if I saw a stock chart that was high and then it went low, and then the financial statements look good, I would know nothing about what they sold, what they did, who their customers are, who their competition was, who the owner of the company was. Nothing about that. That just wasn't relevant to me at the time. And in the end, like I lost a lot of money on that position. I think now I can't remember the exact ticker, but I'm pretty sure that company went out of business. So yeah, that was me at the start. And now what I wish I had known earlier is to start with what you know. Notice the keyword start. This isn't something that I would do once you have like a pretty well built portfolio. But when you're starting, go with what you know. So what do I mean by what you know? I mean companies whose products or services you and people you know use and think are really important, noticeably superior to the alternatives. Not just products and services that you think are like, it's okay, it's average, noticeably superior to the alternatives. That's really important. So, why is it that what I or people I know use relevant? Well, if you think a product is great, or you think, or your friends or family think it's great, it's likely that many other people likely have that same opinion. So, if a lot of people think that a product is great, it's likely that they will buy from that same company again in the future. And also, it means that the company will likely increase the number of customers it has as time goes on because of those great products or services. That's why it's important that those products or services would be noticeably superior. If they weren't noticeably superior, I mean, in the long run, people may not continue to buy from them in the future. And after that, more customers leads to more revenue from sales, and then more revenue leads to increasing profits, and increasing profits leads to an increasing share price. So, for example, I'm sure a lot of people they have smartphones nowadays. The most popular one is either Android or Apple. There's a few others, but I think those are the two main ones. So if you own an Android and you really like that Android, maybe consider investing in Google. If you own an iPhone and you really like that iPhone, consider investing in Apple. For me personally, like this is just an example. Like for clothes, I really like a company called Uniqlo because it fits me. Their clothes they fit me really well. It's so hard for me to find clothes that like fit well, and Uniqlo they do it they they make clothes that just they fit. They just fit. And I really like that about them. The quality is high and the fit is good. So I'm buying Uniqlo. So that's what I know. And also I know that I think a lot of kids these days or teenagers they're really into Roblox games. For me, like I don't personally play Roblox, but I'm invested in it because I know a few friends of friends who do. So if you personally play Roblox games and you personally think that these games are like excellent, hey, consider investing in Roblox. So also, it's granted you could invest in a company that you think has great products but neither you nor your family use. But for me at least, uh, when starting to invest for the first time, this is really important, like starting just at the beginning point. I personally feel more comfortable in purchasing a piece of a company that makes things that I or people I know enjoy at the start. Like once you have a solid portfolio, like a solid base of good stocks, like maybe around 10ish, it could be a little less than 10, a little more than 10, but around 10, then you can dive into companies that have products or services that you aren't as familiar with. So, for example, that would be this right here. Invest in a company that you think has great products, but neither you nor your friends or family use. So yeah, that's the presentation for today. Quick announcement at the end. If you haven't heard, I do have a Discord. I just made that a few days ago. It's called Stocks with Daryl. If you're interested in joining the Discord, feel free to click the link below in the description. In the Discord, I'll be posting like updates. Like sometimes I can't always make a video, so I'll just post something in the Discord. Before I used to do it in the discussion section, but now the discussion section it's going away, so I just made a Discord instead. And also, if you're interested in the Google Sheets doc, feel free to click the link in the description below. If you're new here, my goal is to outperform the market. And the market is kind of like the S&P 500 or the spider, and I track all of that in the Google Sheets doc. This is a quick screenshot from one of the pages in the document. And here you can see that some of them are outperforming the market and some are losing to the market. So for example, this one here, Amazon, when I got that on June 21st, 2021, you can see that that is up 0.38%, but the market or the spider or the S&P 500, that's up 6.9%. So I am losing to the market. So that's not good by 6.51%. But other things such as like Nvidia, that's beating the market by around 19.45%. Also, American Tower Corporation, that's beating it by 3.06%. So yeah, if you're interested in checking out the Google Docs sheet, just click the link in the description below. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.